breastfeeding is a learned skill for both you and for your baby. It's so much more difficult to go through all of this unprepared and then try to catch up. But that's exactly what so many new moms do. They wing it. They don't take a class, they don't think about it until the moment the baby is in their arms.
When we first found out that I was pregnant, I never pictured taking a class, but I'm so glad that we did.
I wasn't convinced that I even wanted to breastfeed, but as I sat there listening to Shari's knowledge, I ended up gleaming more than I could have ever imagined.
Educating yourself will put you steps ahead of so many other new parents who never even knew they needed to learn anything.
The Simply Breastfeeding class really gave us the confidence that we needed to be successful in breastfeeding.
She made it just really easy, and I felt like I was just so prepared, and I really knew what I was, doing before I had to do it.
Everything that we learned from Shari just really taught us exactly what to do for a successful latch, to help her feed well, and we've been exclusively breastfeeding since her first day here.
In a world where we live in that there's so much information, it conflicts, it's almost overwhelming, and you don't know where to turn, the breastfeeding class gave me the straightforward, simple advice that I needed to feel totally confident and empowered.
Any amount of breast milk will provide your baby with critical and possibly life-saving components that they just can't get in any other way. This is a gift that only you can give your child, not just for today, but for the rest of their lives.
Because she's a wealth of information, and it's just awesome to have people like her that are advocating for breastfeeding and for women that are exclusively breastfeeding.
We just can't say enough how much it's helped us and how we've been able to be successful based on the knowledge that we learned from the class.
Being a parent is an incredible gift and an incredible responsibility all at the same time. Follow your instincts. They're there whether you know it or not.
She's such an incredible wealth of knowledge that my head was spinning with the amount of information that I needed.
A lot of new information was given, stuff that we didn't get from the other two classes and the other consultants that I had.
I've worked with thousands of moms, teaching them how to breastfeed and supporting them. There's a lot to know. The information and techniques that I'll be going over with you are based on my personal experience as a nurse, a midwife, and a lactation consultant.
The main thing to remember is you can do it, and if you go into it thinking that, the video is really going to help you out.
Thanks to Shari, we have 2 extremely healthy, exclusively breastfed children that, I know I wouldn't have been able to do without her.
Had I not had all the information that Shari gave me, I definitely would not have been as successful.
We're good. Everything worked out, and she's been solely breastfed for 5.5 months.
It's one of the strongest bonds that I have with my daughter. And I have to thank Shari for giving me that confidence to do it. Every time I think about it, it does, it kind of gets me a little bit teary-eyed.
I highly recommend it to everyone. I probably would have given up a few weeks after my baby was born if it wasn't for the Simply Breastfeeding class.